What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and the YouTube Live. I'm looking for my device. There it is, right there. Uh, Broadcasting all over the world, and it's today, my favorite day of the week. Let me share the show for y'all. Let me tell you to my people. I know the Facebook, y'all gonna start off and then y'all gonna cut off on us. But guess what? I got to do it because I got to make sure I'm doing what they tell me to do. I just shared it, and I know it's gonna cut off in a minute. It's so funny. I'm waiting on it to cut off, but oh, it's gonna be a unique show today. I got some stuff that I want to share with you today. See, Robert Hatter has shut off already on Facebook. So what I have to do now is go over to Robert Hatter. All right, go over to there. It's crazy, man. Go over to and then just let the people know where I'm at. That's all. I mean, hey, let them know we over here. I don't want to. I don't want. They already got excuses. I don't want them to have excuse. Okay, Chop Shop Htx, they gone too. Uh, they gone too. So I'm going. I'm going. They came on for 1 second. That's a record. They came on for 1 second, man. Hold up, man. Let me get to. This stuff is funny to me, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They can't tell me what's going on, but I can't care too much about it because we still up on YouTube. Just get everybody to YouTube. Get everybody to YouTube. Okay, so let's start. Hey, Sonya, girl, it's good today. Oh, my girl. Hey, my girl's in here. Yeah. Hey, fellas, I'm finna start the show right now. Somebody calling me. Let me see this because this might be a number I need to talk to. Hold on. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Hold on. Hello. Hello. I wish Scam likely had a goddamn. Yeah, it's terrible. Hey, let's see. Let me make sure I got my Facebook. Let me share everything first, y'all, and then we're gonna get down to business. I think I shared. Yeah, did I share it? I think I shared it on both of them. Okay, so now I'm going to YouTube and share from there. Brad, what's up, Brad? Brad, hold up. I'm sorry, Brad, but Miss Belinda and this Women Rock wins it. Brad, I see you though, but I gotta talk to my ladies first. It's they know how I feel about them. Let me share this thing over here on Twitter. And yes, yes. Then I go over here and share it again. Oh, nope. Let me go to Twitter again. Uh, what's up, Boom? Uh, it's going to be kind of interesting today. Sonya, yesterday, and you went on here, Belinda might have been over here, but y'all didn't take over the conversation and like I be wanting y'all to take over it. Because it's something going on in the air. Um, Something going on out there in the air. They got these little girls getting on social media, the little white girls, and on social media telling how you bag and how you catch a black athlete, which has been going on forever now. Don't get it, these little girls, but they putting it on social media. Baby, the game is to be sold, not told. Don't tell everybody y'all business. I'm glad you did, you know, but mamas. Sad thing about it, mamas, ain't nothing you can do. You just got to pray, mama, when one of them get hold of one of your sons. You just got to pray. But we talked about that a little bit. We wow. Y'all, somebody sending me something, and at the last minute. but they don't understand. I don't have time. If I can't vet it, I can't be listening. I can't. They be sending it to me. If it was a woman, I talk about it. But since it ain't, but Women Rock Wednesday today. Sonya shook her. Sonya, it's a little elaborate praying. I might talk about it again. I might give you part two about it. But it's really nothing to be out. It's just uh young fellas, you just got to, man, I losing my cursor again today. Oh, there it is. I saw it. Young fellas, you and these days too, oh my goodness. You know, it's just weird. It's just weird to me. And I've seen it over my 30 years. Like I got off this app, somebody was asking me a question. I got off the air and talked to some people about things that even I've encountered over the years. I wouldn't dare put it out on social media, but it's some things, Sonya, that I've encountered over these years. Just not me being famous, and not just me being proximity to people, and just being in different places. I mean, there's a couple of stories I really want to tell y'all, but y'all always say, "Wow, Robert, wait, Robert, you was a wow one." But yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy. But last night, did y'all see Wimby last night? Did anybody see Wimby last night? Brandon Weefall, share the show. Did anybody see Wimby last night? Anything, Sonya, you want to talk about? Baby cakes, baby cake, Belinda. Anything y'all want to go, whatever the one, what's been happening in the news, whatever y'all want to talk about, let's talk. Because sometimes I want to hear what y'all got to say. Y'all might have seen something that I didn't see. But I was laughing about it. My partner said, "Man, the reason we can't, the reason I be want to hear you, cause most of the time you gonna show us something we ain't ever seen. But y'all, I be learning stuff from y'all too. The text you send me, the Facebook, what you call it, the Facebook Messenger you send me. Uh, well, we know he's special. He's a phenom, but I was thinking about this kid, man. I'm gonna talk about him a little bit later. I'm gonna talk about him a little bit. And everybody, send your prayers out. Get well soon for Al, brother Al. I don't know Al's last name, but he's a friend of mine, and he had surgery yesterday, and he's recovering right now. So our heart and our prayers going out to you, brother Al. I hope he take this and send it to you so you can hear it. Sonya said it's sad because you you give the answers to the test, or giving these young ladies, and most of our young men still fail. But Sonya, I know that. But some of them are not failing. See, Sonya, we can't say everybody ain't gonna be saved. I done figured that out. Everybody ain't gonna get right. They see got some people can't get right. And it's our job is just to say, hey man, just I mean, I told a story about Eddie Murphy. I mean, Nicole Murphy stayed there with that man all them years, had 6 children. And to him, and I don't know how she feel because I haven't talked to her, but he said, man, when we was in that court for divorce, all she was talking about was money. She want, and he said, man, it just made me feel bad that I was with this woman. I love this woman. I thought this woman loved me, but it was all money. I haven't petted you and your girlfriend. You sitting up in a, y'all think you in love with her, and everything that you thought that was in that relationship. He married this woman. This was his wife, and I keep thinking about it. And the reason I keep thinking about it because the way one of his best friends he explained it to me. He said, "Man, Eddie didn't come out the house for months because he felt ashamed." And and I know certain things because I knew of her before he married her. I knew who she was dating and talking to before she was married. She's a beautiful girl. And I'm just telling you, man, the NBA, man, is undefeated, man. Them girls, you feel me? So, but he was hurt. This man living up a house that's got a retractable roof, and he was still hurt. JJ. So when all of y'all talking about, well, he got this. Brandon Clark, millionaire, 20 pick in the draft, top pick in the draft, played 7 years in the NBA. But the young man wanted to do drugs. He wanted to do drugs, and 29 years old, younger than my son, passed away yesterday. And mama, uh, my heart go out to Jason Collins and his family, his brother Jared. Uh, I forgot he was married to a dude. I forgot his name. But 47 years old. NBA lost two people yesterday. Uh, Belinda said, you never know what goes on behind closed doors, had her. By the time court came around, she didn't care about nothing but that money. Yeah, 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 I never know. You're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Because I don't know what he was doing. I know, what I mean? He was messing with me. They say he was messing with me, and I don't know all that stuff, what he was doing. So, but you never know. Aaron Wilford, where you been, man? You been trying to find us on Facebook. Hey, I tried to come on Facebook again today, and I keep getting that error message. They ain't fixed it yet. Would she be with him? You know what, Sonya? I'm finished. Sonya, can I be real? See, hey. When my sister said, ask me something, watch this, Sonya. I'm gonna put this up on the road. I'm gonna put that up there for you, Sonya. I want to put that up there for you. Uh, I want to put that up on you. For you. She said, ask yourself the question, would she be with me if I didn't have this loot? Sonya, that's a whole lot of women, Sonya. Sonya, that's a whole lot of women. I'm glad it's Women Rock Wins. I need y'all to share this show. I need y'all to text, tag, tell somebody. Sonya, that's a whole lot of women. Women want you want to be with a man that ain't got nothing, got nothing. Women, wait a minute, son. That's all women. When you put it like that, but you just talking about her in any situation. But don't most women think like that? Talk to me. Hmm, it's a good one, son. Fellas, you ain't saying that. That's my girl. That's my girl. She said, "Baby, I might need to rephrase it." Okay. Yeah. 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 I mean, cause I was going to hold for you because let me tell you something. Now, in her case, well, I won't say all. So you, s- so you saying it's women out there don't care what a man? I mean. You can be a bum. You can be don't want nothing. You don't want God. You mean it's women want guys that just don't want nothing? No promise. No. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to meet her because her standard's too low for me. you got to. I don't know. I mean, that's just me now. Cause in case y'all didn't wonder, Belinda said not all women. I said, well, and I ain't saying all women want men for their money. Listen, in that case, it what then? Guess what? To your eyes, I've seen her in person. She's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and I've been around the world 4 or 5 times. But that's your preference is your preference. When Nicole Murphy, when Eddie met Nicole, what? You talking about the old woe out that had 6 babies, an old ass, and lost $15 million that he gave Nicole, and where the hell out of you talking about pictures? You have to see this woman in person to understand. That's why I love listen, I wouldn't speak on it. I didn't see it. I wouldn't speak on it. She is that, yeah, yeah. She lacked that. But you right, your eyes. Because some people you might think that looks good that don't look good to me. And I understand that. Sonya said, I guess I'm different. Let's build together. Yes. Now hold up now. But in order to build together, you got to, the guy got to have some. The guy got to have something to build with. Hold up, Sonya. Let's say you build it together. And you show up with all the equipment and all the wood and and he show up, but he show up with nothing, right? But he's a great thinker and he's a great builder, and he can show you how to put all that. That matters. I understand that part. We ain't talking about that part. I ain't saying don't mess with it. No, you can't do that. You never know. Cause some of these dudes that didn't have nothing and now got a whole lot. When Savannah first met LeBron didn't have nothing. I repeat, Bond, he said, I saw her up close in Houston at the club during the Final Four. Words can't describe. See, that is Moody. You got a different, that is Moody. You just think different from Darryl Barnes. Darryl Barnes he don't like that kind of woman. I do. That's why, dude. That's why when I see people hugged up with their wives and I say, okay, that's your wife. Yeah, that's you. It ain't me. When I see people with it, I mean, and that's just how it is. It's okay. Beauty isn't, and he said in his eyes. But Nicole Murphy, if you see, if that is Moody seen her now, if you had saw that woman before Eddie Murphy met her, when she was dating Lester Connor, y'all probably don't even remember him. Went to Oregon State. When she was dating Lester Connor, wow. Well, I mean, okay, you ain't into I mean, you ain't into light bright. Hey, let me tell you something. Sisters come in all colors, from Choco to chocolate. Women come in all colors. Black women come in all colors, man. From a white light chalkboard to chocolate. So I mean, you can get every kind of woman you want in the black women sphere. But the point we was trying to make was these young guys out here. I just want them to just understand. Um, Man, she might not just like you. So you won't be crazy and then want to do something to the girl or want, all that crazy stuff and domestic violence. Because, dude, just understand now. She might like you for what you feel that she can benefit from it. Okay? You know, I mean, it's just, it's just things that I wish I could say, I just can't say, but that's uh that's what I was just saying. Understand, she might see, you got to realize they have more access to you when you get to campus. They are the greeters, they are the girls who help them with the program. They don't let the black girls at the PWIs, a lot of them get into this stuff. So those girls be there, man, on the front line, helping you do everything. The girl said, and girl, please don't act like Shanae. And anytime you got a chance, hold up, anytime you got a chance to play on the Shanae stuff, girl, you don't need to be around that kind of girl, that kind of stuff. The girl got a playbook. They got white girls are, see, guess what? They got a plan. Like Kevin Roberts, that is Moody. Kevin Roberts had a plan. You don't know what I'm talking about? Google it. Kevin, that's the architect of the Project 2025. Kevin Roberts had a plan. See, our problem is we just don't have no plan. And then when I be on here talking about plan, y'all don't want to hear that. I want to hear. Let me tell y'all. This is what y'all want to hear. Let me see what Wimby had last night. Let me tell y'all what Wimby had last night. That's what y'all would like to hear. I'd like to hear too. Wimby had 27 points, 17 rebounds, 3 blocks. Yeah. I was thinking about the little young golfer I was telling y'all about, Lucky Cruz. I never forget when I met him and I saw him and I saw how promising he was. First thing I looked at, first thing I prayed about Sonya was, he's so talented, he can be a professional golfer. Only thing can stop him is injury and girls. When I go to these, when I used to go to prison, when I used to go to prison ministry, I used to talk to the guys in prison. And 99.9.9.9.9% of them is in jail. They in jail for 3 reasons: glory, greed, or girls. I call them the 3 Gs. Glory, greed. When I talk to them, glory, ego. What? Huh? You did what? Huh? What? Greed. You know what people do for greed? Trying to go get something that ain't yours. And girls. Either domestic violence, somebody says something to my girl. Uh, I ain't gonna get nobody disrespect me by my girl. That kind of stuff. And I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there. It's the 3 Gs. I'm sitting there thinking about it. So my message again today, young fellas, just don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Better find out. See how she act when she don't get something. It's nice when you're going to the mall every week. I'm watching this with some people that I'm around. It's every time I'm saying yes, it's cool. But when I say no, but today, 20 years ago, 29 years ago, oh my God, did I? Yeah, I did I? Wait a minute. Hold up. Did I? Hold up, y'all. Golly, I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. 29 years ago, Michael Jordan finally put had her. They were planning at the Marriott in the dining area last night. Dude, I don't. That is Moody. I'm just telling you, I got 30 years in this stuff, man. Well, a lot of people just, I don't know what y'all was doing. I was on the front lines. I was on the front lines. Them women like these guys, they like them. I was on the front line. Y'all, I'm telling you, I tell y'all this story before, but it's so vivid in my mind. I'm sitting in a hotel waiting on some people to come in. My client to come in this team. I'm just sitting in the hotel in the lobby. I saw this girl. When I tell you, Sonia and Belinda, she was bad. Dressed nice, wasn't dressed, I mean, dressed like like she was about to go to work. I mean, corporate America work. I mean, but bad, smell good. We talk, because I pretty girl in the lobby. We the only one, because we in the Four Seat, one of them peninsula. We was in some nice hotel, and and I mean, you know how I am. And what the hell is she doing here? That's me, being a Senate, been around this business. What the hell is she doing here? But she cute. Let me see how she act. So we get to talking. We cool. So we talk so cool. She let her guard down, King Sticks. I said, girl, what you doing? You doing here? Because the guys still ain't got here. I guess the plane got delayed. I'm always waiting in the lobby because me and dude got to do something before he go upstairs, whatever. So I go, I sit there, talk to her, and she finally tell me. She said, I ain't tell her what I did now, ever. I said, huh. She said, well, this team is coming to town, and I just want to meet a few of them. I said, okay. No, it wasn't here. No, it wasn't in Houston. It was out of town. It was in DC. Wait a minute. Think it was in think it was in DC. I don't remember. New York. Somewhere. It was somewhere up north. So I'm sitting there. Oh, it was in I can't remember. Miami, somewhere. But we sitting there and we just talking, son. And she just said, I said, that's good, that's good. I said, but let me tell you something. It's one you can't mess with. I know he on your list, but you ain't messing with him, right? She said, why? I said, because then I went and told, I said, represent him. I said, but any of them other guys, they fair game. I don't represent it. I promise you, I did say that. Because she seemed like a nice girl. I just didn't I know she working. I need him focused on this trip. We trying to win some games. I think it was in the play. We trying to win some games. I ain't got time for these shenanigans. But guess what? I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing about his teammates. I don't control that. So I never forget. Got on the elevator. My dude came. I guess a couple of dudes that she wanted to see was on the elevator. Was with my dude. So all of us got on the elevator. and the, and, and the biggest trick of them all, he started talking to the girl on the elevator. Start talking. I'm over on the inside laughing and punching my dude, saying, can't wait to get off this elevator so I can tell you what happened. But dude thought he came up. But dude, you was a mark. I went back, man, dude, my guy, he went back, and I said, man, this girl been waiting on that. You was on the list, and a couple more of y'all was on the list. But hey, it worked. Listen, when I tell you the personality she had, he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance. So I I know it happens, and that's just a story I can tell you. I know it happens. So it's to the young fellas and the young women, just I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could. I don't want to be like, I'm the old no. I've seen it happen. If wind up to be a soul match, wind up to be then so be it. But some of those things is turning out hard. But it's just little dude, Anthony Edwards. He just don't. He ain't gonna get it yet. And that girl's still trying to get more money out of him, even after he. Let me see. How many of them did you take for the team? How many did I? Wait a minute, above river. Wait a minute. No, I didn't see you, Sonya. Hold up. I didn't see it, Sonya. You said, I guess I'm different. Let's build together. I don't want no broke man, but I just don't need no man. Oh, yeah, you don't need no Sonya. We ain't talking about women like you now. You boss women. Y'all, we ain't talking about y'all. We talking about them other girls. But but let me see. He said, how many of them did you take the team? I don't understand what you mean by take the team. I don't know what you mean. Did I take for the team? I don't know what you mean. Be a little bit more clear. You got to understand. I promise you, when I was with my clients, now when I was with my partners, see some of my partners in the league that I don't represent. Now, me and them gonna go hang out and do some things that I would never do with the guy that me and him might go out and hang out. I ain't going to hang out with the guy. Hey, my Kessa. My Kessa knows some of this stuff. Uh, uh, oh, the TikTok. Wait a minute. No, I didn't see you gave me no TikTok, nothing. Sonny, wait a minute. Maybe I should rephrase it. What would she be with? Sonny, I didn't see it. It didn't pop up on the screen. It messed it up. No. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't taking nothing. I ain't taking nothing for no team. I don't want no sloppy seconds. Hey, if she like that, she listen. I was smart enough to know them girls trying to get at them dudes. I just sit back and just admire it. You know what? Cause I can't blame them. I really, y'all notice how I can't blame them women for not, man, Beyonce run around here, you think I wouldn't try, what? See, the problem is, we got a lot of football, basketball, fastball players. We ain't got too many Beyonces running around here. What? Charlene, what they Shirley, Theron, Shirley Theron, and one of them kind of women like that. I mean, you ain't got them, we, uh, us guys don't have that many picks like that, you know? Look at Miss Charles. She said, I sure do know some things. So it happens, man. I mean, I just knew, you know what? I wish if we were somewhere and we just can kick it and this wasn't public knowledge and everybody can get it. Boy. I tell y'all some of this stuff. I tell y'all something. Because some of it is so unique. And I just sit back and say, God, the power, like the power of the PUSSY, the power of them dudes, money being put, how much money they make on the news, that's power. They they not only have women after them, they got men after them. Y'all follow me? Robert, he talking about, watch this. I forgot if somebody on here know me. Y'all, Robert is too picky. Don't even try to figure him out. I am. I'm just picky as hell. I don't care who you, I mean, you got now Nicole Murphy. Let me tell y'all, when she went married to Eddie, yeah, yes. How you doing? Yeah, but some people you just like, and see, think about Nicole. I'm coming back to her. She is so damn nice. It's cool. And then she don't speak to everybody. She don't mess with everybody. She got to know you. I love women that don't just hey, set your butt down somewhere. Trying to talk all over the room. Yeah, sit down. You gotta understand, some men like me, we're hunters. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been out with anytime I go out hunting, I ain't never had no deer, no nothing come sit in my lap. Just come jump in my lap. I had to go hunt for it. Let them hunt, baby girl. When you hunt, you got a prize. You don't want, come on, man. Come on. Share the show, y'all. It's about to get good. But we can go back if y'all come up with another question. Cause I got so many. I got the PG it when I talk about it. But 9 years ago today, Michael Jordan. I'm serious, son. Michael Jordan finally put Dikembe Mutombo on a poster and gave him that finger wag. Uh, I never forget this, because I like y'all. I can't play nothing, no highlights no more, because people got mad at me yesterday for them little sorry ass highlights that I played. Or Wimby, somebody I forgot what.
Puts it off the glass. Nope, Luke tipped it out. Michael will get it forward for the fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! Oh, Michael shakes the finger, but he finally got his dunk on Mount Mutombo.
That's 29 years old today. Earlier this season, they had a conversation about Michael Jordan never dunking on Dikembe in 6 years. I mean, then they played it. Told me he hadn't dunked on him in 6 years. But I like that kind of stuff. See, that's the kind of stuff I like. These guys now, they just too much friends. Man, Dikembe and Mike were cool. You know why, right? You know their connection? Who know their connection? Let's see how quick you can put up and know the connection of Dikembe and Michael while we're talking. Barry McDonald, I heard H-Town used to be the spot. H-Town, yes. Yeah, Houston. Houston is still the spot. I don't know what you're talking about. Used to be the spot. Vernon Maxwell has mentioned some of the shenanigans from back in the day. Vernon Maxwell was the prince of the city. He was the prince of the city. Vernon Maxwell was one of the greatest men, the funniest guys, the good time having this guy, and still go out there and give you 40. Ever. Ever. Yes, there you go. There you go. There you go. Look at that. I knew somebody was gonna know. I knew somebody was gonna know it. But Vernon Maxwell, man, Vernon Maxwell changed my life. I'm just telling y'all. And I think I've told this story before. Vernon Maxwell is when I met him and we started kicking it, I saw, I was asking questions. I'm asking questions. And I saw how underrepresented he was. Because everywhere he needed to be, shit, I was there with him. I said, well, who handled it? And what he did, he made me study the industry. And at that time, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these guys were, I studied the industry. They become unemployed, broke, and all that kind of stuff. And as soon as 2 years after they finished playing, a few years after they finished playing, and most of them was represented by somebody that didn't look like us. So that's when I said, oh, huh, huh. What if? What if? Let's do this. Let's do this. Then I met Carl Poston. Then met his brother Kevin. And the next thing you know, history was made. The synergy. All of us in different places, let's say we were all a two. But when we got together, those three twos turned into a 10. So, but Vernon Maxwell was very, I wouldn't probably, y'all, I'm telling you, I wasn't thinking about representing, helping nobody getting on. I wasn't even thinking about it. But what I did, I just saw how underrepresented he was and saw who was representing him. And I said, oh, better than him. Yeah, I'm better. Yeah. I never represented him. Almost did, but some boy, I, I'm, I'm gonna save my book. Y'all wouldn't believe who stopped me from getting that boy that lived in this damn city. No, just stay where you at, man. Stay where you at. Just stay where you at, man. Y'all just don't understand the stuff that I got inside of me. From people who I know when I wasn't in the room, they didn't look out for me. When, and we got countless people around here that know when they wasn't in the room, I looked out for them. You follow me? My one of my greatest joys is talking about somebody when they not in the room. Yeah, I'm talking about them behind their back, but I'm talking about them in a good way. I told you the story about Oprah, Quincy Jones, and Steve Spielberg was trying to find uh who they gonna cast for. Is it what her name? Celie, whatever the girl name. Uh, Oprah's part in The Color Purple, and they was talking about her. He said, "I don't want no actor, new actress. I want this girl here. She work in Chicago. She on the news in Chicago. I want her." They was talking about her behind her back. They could have said, "No, let's go get somebody else. Let's go get somebody else. Go get." No, they was talking about her. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Gamble, when you ain't around, I talk about how great of a trainer you are. You follow me? When you ain't around, I'm gonna tell people, hey, go over there. And they've seen it. Go, if you're out there in that area, go to that budget right there. My people on it. If all of us did that, can you imagine? Man, I don't know what other shows y'all watching, but you better get on and watch that get on there and watch that Chop Shop. But that's just something just got to be in you because it's hard. Now, if it ain't in you, y'all, it's hard. Because some people just don't like to say good grade. Man, it's hold up. I got people on the golf course that would not tell me a good shot after I done hit a shot that he know him and nobody like him can make. And me, I encourage everybody. I know how hard that game of golf is. I'm gonna tell you a good shot, damn it, even if it wasn't no good shot. Because you have to have positive. I got some people that play against me that want to beat me so bad, and I'm constantly telling them, good shot, good shot. It won't come out of their mouth. It's the darnest thing. Some people just, golly, I just don't know with us. But I got some more for y'all. I mean, y'all see, I ain't even got to my text yet. But but I did want to go here because I never want to ever go a day without uh uh giving people information. Watch this, he don't be around. Him and Chuck McGowan don't be around. But if I watch this, if somebody asks me about girls basketball, I'm talking about Trey Phillips. I'm talking about Chuck McGowan behind their backs. Son, to just voting stuff and this voting stuff and and, and, and I thought about something. Something just clicked in me last night. If voting is not important, what do you think all this fuss about? The Supreme Court had to go all the way to the Supreme Court about. If it ain't important, It don't matter. Ken, did you think about that? Did anybody ever think about that? I was just laying, I was in there reading yesterday, and this show interrupted my reading today, y'all. I stopped reading so I can get on the show today. But Barry, Sonya, Trey, if voting is not important, what do you think all this fuss is about? Why do you want to take your right? Why do you want to mess with the Voting Rights Act? Could you help me? Can anybody help me? I want somebody got to comment to that because I want to know somebody listen. I really want to know if somebody listen. Sonya, have you thought about that? Y'all got to help me, man. Y'all got to help me. I'm just sitting here thinking. I'm just sitting here thinking. I'm just going through my notes, seeing everything that I got on voting. I got so many notes on voting. Vote, God, vote, vote, vote. I'm just, I'm just. Listen, I'm serious. I got vote, 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 vote. Vote is everywhere. Talking about vote. 1,000. When I put in vote, I got 1,049 impressions. Chop Shop, Women Rock Wednesday. I forgot to mention that another black-owned spot to go to the Atlantic Ocean on Washington. Okay, 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 okay. Hold up. Let me write that. Let me take a picture of that. Take a picture of that. Y'all know I stopped the show. Thank you, man, for finding these black-owned spots for us. I appreciate you. Let me see. Let me see something right quick. I think I got it here in one of these things. Hold up. See, I was just thinking, y'all. I mean, for real. I mean, sometimes this stuff, man, uh, it just hits me. I'm trying to get down to somewhere. Because people tell me I ain't want to vote. I ain't voting for now one. They two wings on the bird. All of them ain't on the bird. Uh, but watch this. Voting is not important. Why do you think all this fuss is about? What has me worried is what we all need to focus on is that something important in our democracy. It broke last week. And we are only beginning to see the fallout. The Republicans lit a match, and the Supreme Court banned the fire department from coming and put it out. You don't care about politics, but your landlord does. And your landlord does. That's how he keep your rent high. Trey Phillips, Barry McDonald. You don't care nothing about politics, but your boss does. That's why he keeps your pay low. Who else on there with me? Ken Starr. You don't care about politics, but your insurance company does. That's how they keep your premiums high. That is Moody. So politics is involved in everything around us. And I hope y'all see that now. So if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu. I done told y'all this. I done told y'all this 100 times. Since when? I forgot when I started. We need you to, at every level. See, what I'm pissed off, we ain't got no people on that's watching this show in the politics. We need people at every level. So to get involved from the dog catcher all the way to the president, make sure you're involved in every level of government. Because with your voice there, that means your voice actually matters. We can't even share this show, so I know we ain't voting. All you got to do is push the button and share the show. Tell a friend, text, tag a friend. It's what I said, not one lie told. You can't complain if you don't vote. Man, this gas high as hell, man. $100 to fill up a tank of gas. Exactly. And listen, you cannot abstain from voting. Excuse me, I'm saying you can. I'm sorry. You can abstain from vote, but you cannot abstain from the world created by those who did. 77 million people changed this thing for us. And they said we had 90 million people that just didn't even want to vote. You rather vote. They didn't want to vote. I said it yesterday and I said it again today. They didn't want to vote for the young lady whose parents fought for civil rights. They rather vote for the son of a Klansman. Different world. I got to give y'all something to think about. And then I want to talk about this. Let me see. I want to get the first one because I want to get the first one because I got several of them, and I want to talk about Brandon Clark again, and I hope, and I don't want to just bury this thing about Brandon Clark, the young man, 29-year-old young man, NBA player who died 29 years old in the prime of his career and his life. Uh, And they said he was, you know, it was an overdose. Could have been an overdose. They saw stuff, but this stuff called kratom. You can buy it at any smoke shop. Listen, kratom, Kratom. Young people, leave that mess alone. Kratom, no, don't do it. What is kratom? The drug that Brandon Clark was arrested and of the possession of it on April the 1st. He was arrested in possession of this stuff April the 1st. Just weeks prior to his death. They said an NBA player had nearly half a pound of this stuff. But what actually is it? Because I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I ain't know what it was. And according to the Health and Human Service Department, who's launching a federal crackdown on, they call it 7-OH, the synthetic byproduct of the kratom plant. And it's dangerous. Available widely in gas stations and convenience stores. Anytime you're trying to buy, I know that I used to buy them little old pills in there, and y'all don't know what the hell they in. What they call them, gas station pill. I forgot there's a name for it. Convenience stores all across the USA. The opioid-like substance is drawing scrutiny for its potent effects and high risk of abuse. It's sometimes referred to as gas station heroin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm last night years old when I heard about kratom. I'm talking about studied about it. I knew this with the young man on April 1st. He got caught with kratom. Is what? Kratom is an herbal extract made from the leaves of Southeast Asian tree called the matragina. Mitragina. I just said gina. Mitragina. It says users chew the leaves, brew them into tea, or take it in a powdery capsule or extract form, according to the Mayo Clinic. See, y'all, all I'm doing is educating us. So y'all know that y'all got to watch this. This boy was 29 years old. Your kids follow these guys. Kratom affects the brain like a stimulant at low doses, boosts energy, focus, and mood, Dr. Joseph said. Similar to a sedative at higher doses, it also provides pain relief and euphoria. Its popularity has soared in the United States in recent years, with many turning to it as a so-called natural fix for pain, anxiety, depression, and even to kick the opioid addiction. Are y'all hearing me? You can buy it at the gas station. Kratom is legal for adult use at the federal level. Through the FDA, though the FDA hasn't approved it for any medical purpose. Several states, including Alabama, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin, have banned its sales and possessions outright. Alabama, Rhode Island, Wisconsin. Alabama, Rhode Island, Wisconsin. Did y'all hear what I just said? It's with a K. It's kratom with a K, not a C. It's Kratom. Dad. Now the good old people in Alabama and the good old people up in Rhode Island and Wisconsin Tell me what those three uh, uh, states, I mean cities, states, uh, places. What they got in common? Because they have banned themselves. Yo, natural. Just because it's natural and it's a plant doesn't mean it's safe. Kratom can cause nausea, vomiting, constipation, drowsiness. Sound like some of the stuff they be putting on TV. Dry mouth, itching, and loss of appetite, with heavier use sometimes leading to seizures, hallucinations, liver damage. I mean, it's bad. But I just wanted to know because people ain't clear about this stuff. This young man, he died, man. Uh, and I don't know, what the autopsy report, but he had a whole lot of this stuff in his possession. And he was out at somebody else, at somebody, one of his college mates place out in LA. He wasn't even at home, man. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he was on response. Not at night. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But I know what time it is. It's Joe Stevens' time. Where my name, man? Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, so, 713 call Joe. If you been into Joe Steven Law Firm. 713 call Joe. Car wreck, truck wreck, let Joe confirm. 713 call Joe. Need a pro on the K, let Joe take over.
What's up, Houston? This is Attorney Joe Stevens. I'm a former Houston Rocket with over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry and a decade of experience in the courtroom. I know how insurance companies operate, and I know how to fight back.
713 call Joe. 713 call Joe.
I got a question. What do y'all think about Lane Kiffin, coach at LSU, addressed comments about challenges of bringing black players to Ole Miss? He was formerly the coach at Ole Miss. LSU coach Lane Kiffin offered an apology on Tuesday for what he said to Vanity Fair recently about the challenges of recruiting black players while he was a coach at Ole Miss. In his initial comments to Vanity Fair, Kiffin said that family members of top recruits would sometimes express reservations about letting their sons live in Mississippi, given the state's checkered racial past, and its reluctance to distance itself from certain symbols. Parents, players, Kiffin said, have not been expressing that sentiment about Baton Rouge. I need y'all to talk to me now. Since he's been in charge of the Tigers program. He said, I really apologize if anybody at Ole Miss or in Mississippi was offended by what I said, but in a 4-hour interview, he said, I was asked a lot of questions on a lot of things, and Ole Miss has been wonderful to me and my family. I also asked questions. I was asked questions about the differences in recruiting, and I said a narrative that we've battled there from some out-of-state black parents and grandparents was not wanting their kids to move to Mississippi. I like that. Chuck said, whatever. Okay. That's the narrative that the coaches have been fighting forever. It wasn't calculated, he said, by bringing it up. Then he talking about it quickly went viral and all of that, right? What y'all got to say? That man said, whatever. Uh, people talking about boycotting the SEC. Is this a needed discussion? Chuck McGowan, I see you the only one are responding. A call to boycott SEC athletics after a major Supreme Court voting rights ruling, and Lane Kiffin has pushed college football into an uncomfortable territory. But the truth is, college football was already in uncomfortable territory. The Supreme Court recently just struck down the Louisiana's second majority black congressional district in Louisiana, in the Louisiana versus Calais, a ruling widely viewed by voting rights activists, advocates as another blow to the Voting Rights Act. The decision could open the door for more redistricting across the country, particularly in the South, where black political representation has long fought over challenge and being dismissed. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw something last night. Somehow I was watching something of the game. No, before the game last night on NBC, I was watching Entertainment Tonight. Entertainment Tonight. Stephen Colbert, I think he's going to leave whatever show he on. He got a few weeks left. So they had this salute to all the talk show guys. Every last one of the talk show guys at nighttime TV is white. Don't nobody ever say nothing about that. I don't care because I don't watch them no way, but go to the Masters golf tournament. Every player in there is white. Every patron in there is white. Don't nobody say nothing about it. So my question is, why you come effing with these black districts that got black representation? I know y'all don't want us to have no reputation, no representation. I know y'all don't. It's evident. But my problem is we don't see it. Them lazy, shiftless ass people in Louisiana just don't have vote. But almost immediately, the ruling sparked a political response that crossed into college athletics. A graphic calling for a boycott. I know I put it up there. Where the boycott at? I didn't put it up there. I'm gonna show y'all this graphic. I got it. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Cause I didn't plan on I didn't plan on talking about it. Here it is. Let me send it to the screen. And let me send it to the screen and just put it up. I ain't gonna even label it. Hold up, I ain't gonna even label it this time. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen. And let's go. So up at the top, it talks about Southeastern Conference boycott. In response to gutting of Voting Right Act amendment, SEC universities support Republican politicians who stripped away voting districts that predominantly serve Black voters while making billions in revenue from Black athletes. 56% of all Black Americans live in Confederate states, and as such, they deserve political representation. We are calling on all football, watch it, hold on, all football, basketball, track and field, and other athletics, a weekly boycott of all nationally televised SEC games, all current Black athletes to transfer from every SEC school and to participate in this SEC boycott. For all athletes, decommit. To the ones who just committed, decommit. Hold up, y'all. Voting rights and representation are the most fundamental rights for all Americans, and Black voters deserve the same rights as all other Americans, and I totally agree. Our athletes, our voices, our vote, our future. Decommit. Now I'm waiting on y'all. Mr. Yes, sir. Oh, that's Paul. Paul said, you have been sent. Paul. Paul said this, boy. Paul. People ain't listening, Paul, though. Paul said, you have been saying it for years. You got to stop sending out Black these fellas. Paul, these folk getting these boys so much money, Paul. How can I supplement? Because, see, most people ain't going to take no sacrifice. These people these days ain't sacrificing that, don't want to sacrifice. How can I make up that money? How can I get somebody to say, hey, man, what they offering you? We're going to offer you this right here at TSU. What they offering you, we're going to offer this. We got it for you. Man, TSU lost a player the other day. The kid wanted to come to TSU, but Coastal Carolina offered him way, way more money. How can we, what, I just want to know, what can we do? Because this kid would have stayed. If TSU would have gave this kid $100,000, and that's less than what them other people paid him, he'd have stayed and went to TSU. We got to get our weight up, man. Them kids, what? Texas? Paul, I know you said I was way ahead of the curve, Paul. I just knew what was coming, Paul. I just knew what was coming, man. I was just critically thinking. Yes, you had this kid. The kid then fell in love with the coach on a Zoom. But them folks often, come on, man. Just like one of these damn y'all talking about boycotting, and people was up there talking about boycotting Taraji P. Henson, talking about boycotting this. See, I got to watch this. Talking about boycotting the Met Gala. She didn't want to go to Met Gala because they were celebrating Jeff Bezos. But then I went on Amazon Prime, and her products is sold on Amazon Prime. So she wants somebody else to sacrifice, but she didn't want to do no sacrifice. I'll wait. But as I looked at that graphic, calling for to boycott the SEC games being circulated online, it called on the black athlete. No, but it shouldn't just be the black athlete. The damn white athletes to do it. Because if they ass don't think it's wrong, then they part of the damn problem too. Okay, hold up. How we gonna get them to do it, Trey? It's easy to say because it ain't your money. So our black donors to the SEC schools need to start sending that money to the HBCU schools so kids can get paid. I totally agree. Who are the black donors that donate to these SEC schools? I want to know who their ass is. Let me keep going. He said that's straight up truth, no sacrifice. At some point, folks have to realize morals, characters, and how people are treated should be considered. Y'all, this is a serious matter. Then Paul Miranda come back. Let me see what Paul said. Paul Miranda come back, said, hold up, Paul. Can you imagine if some of these very same players that have been we have been raving about in last 10 years got together and helped? Wow. Paul, you know I've been talking about that. I'm gonna just leave that one up there. All these players we've been raving and ranting about, all these players we've been supporting and talking about, all of these players on this show, in this community, our basketball players, our football players. What if they got together and helped financially for this problem? It's got to start with one. That's a good one, Paul. Anybody else? Well, I love y'all. Y'all so sharp. Somebody else? It's Women Rock Wednesday. Where my women at? Y'all, they left. But it called for black athletes to boycott national televised SEC games, transfer from SEC schools, and decommit from SEC program. And that's a big ask. And it's an important conversation. Y'all know what? Y'all, we need to figure out just for us, the Chop Shop, what can we do to pool ourselves together? And we, every year, hand TSU and Prairie View a check. Everybody give this. Everybody give. Say, man, hey, everybody got $100. Everybody got what? Son, do something that won't hurt don't hurt nobody. Everybody can participate. Then one of y'all go and just say, look, it's from the Chop Shop and the Boom Boom Room. Coach, do whatever you want with this, coach, on your football team. We're going to give it straight to the coach. Do whatever you want for your basketball team. Coach, do whatever you want to, and let's do that. What if we do that? Yeah, like Magic Johnson. Ain't nowhere in the world he should be giving no money to no damn Michigan State. Absolutely. Absolutely. Magic Johnson is one of the damn problems out here. And if you notice, Thad Moody somebody was trying to tell me that he was at Tuskegee talking. And so in that bullshit, he said, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Did you write Tuskegee a check? before you left there? Queen Latifah, did you write North Carolina A&T a check before you got out of there? Your words are nice, baby girl. But why couldn't we? Just the boom boom room. Forget them. We come beginning of football season. Coach, here, TSU, here. Prairie View, here. Coach, go whatever, go do that for your kids. Every little bit helps, man. Let's find your fueling station. Prairie View, if you ain't got one, let's show you how to set one up. Call TSU, they'll show you. TSU, let's find your fueling station. Y'all, I want one of y'all to do it. I'm not finna do it. Because I'm bringing it in, but I'm gonna contribute. Let's go. Somebody said, look, everybody, Mr. Hatter, how email me. How can we go? The fueling stations at both schools. That's an expense that the university don't have to pay. That look good when a recruit comes. Man, you got all of this stuff. This real talk, man. I'm tired of talking without no action. Everybody that contributes to this show said, look, man, here, Rob, this is what I got, this is what I got, this is what I got, this is what I got. I'm taking it straight to the fueling station. I don't know if Prairie View got one, but guess what? We'll show them this how to do it. We'll just, whatever they do with theirs, they do. But I see the need for the fueling station. There's no way Ashton Hardaway should have went to Coastal Carolina. All of these people that have graduated from TSU. Suppose it said, y'all think about it. We get an athlete like that on this campus. It helps the whole campus. It helps enrollments. We need a Black Puff Fund. You're right. And we just start with the two universities right here. In close proximity to all of us. All of us got some kind of a kinship to these two universities. Somebody got to say it. What's up, Kay Allen? Because I'm thinking about this SEC stuff and telling these kids to boycott, because far too often in this country, people try to separate politics, history, and race. Yeah, they done got me crunk up now, Eric. When you talk about my kids, when you talk about these kids, that get crunk. All they need is help. Boom, boom, room. Let's stop talking. Let somebody get it together. Somebody said, Rob, this is what we're going to do. Then, if we do enough, then we can call other people and say, hey, man, I need you to, I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to fuel the fueling station. Oh, I got the name of it, Fuel the Fueling Station. I got the damn name right now. We ain't got to call it the Black Puff Fund. Fuel the Fueling Station. That's the name of the campaign. Shouldn't have to worry about nothing. Them kids should just be coming. Y'all got to understand it helps the student athlete who got the busy schedules. They don't have the set schedules like the regular students. They have to practice early in the morning. They got to do this. Sometimes The lunchroom is not open at that time. So they need something to tide them over. Healthy stuff. But back to this, far too often in this country, people try to separate politics, history, and race. They want politics in one box, sports in another box, and history somewhere far enough away that nobody has to deal with it. That may make people feel comfortable. It does not make it honest. It does not make it honest, ladies and gentlemen. SEC schools did not integrate out of kindness. The SEC is not just a football conference, it's a cultural institution rooted in the South. I told you the slave economic conference, I done told y'all that. Its schools are built on tradition, pageantry, memory, and the money. That cotton money. College football sells the pass every Saturday. It sells old songs, old rivalries, and the logos, old stadiums, and the mascots, ancient stories, and old grudges. The fueling station is the most popular spot on the campus in athletics. Every kid want to come and hang out there, and it's nice over there. Y'all need to go over there and check it out. And hold up, I'm just telling you to get your weight up over the summer, cause when school get back in, when them kids come back in the summer, I mean for the fall, Chop Shop, we got to have them folks some money. We got to have them folks some stuff. I'm telling y'all right now. If y'all don't do it, I'm gonna do it myself. But I'm hoping I got somebody else to help. So we do not get to pretend the past only matters when it makes people feel good. The same Southern flagships university that now make millions from Black athletes did not begin integration because they woke up one morning with moral clarity. No, they were forced, they were pressured and dragged into a new world by federal power, legal challenges, student courage, and social change. Because we had our lawyers on it. We had our scholars on it. Our scholars don't know what our scholars doing. They're hanging out at the basketball game, trying to be a groupie, trying to be this. I don't know what the hell they doing. Our scholars trying to be a celebrity. Our scholars got a podcast. Our scholars got shows. Our scholars trying to do every damn thing else. But Kevin Robert in there writing out a 922-page manifesto called Project 2025 and implemented it into policy. It was just a fantasy at first. We can see victory in the land called fantasy. Yes, but they turn it into policy because a lot of people didn't vote. Because people told them this vote don't matter. People telling them, oh, let's just everybody vote for all the Black people vote for a Republican Party. That ignorant some bitch on TV, some are gone on TV every day. They woke up one morning. They didn't wake up one morning with moral clarity. They were forced to change. That is not an opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Hatter didn't give you his opinion. That is history. Go look it up. They were forced. Now, decades later, Kevin, men of these same institutions benefit heavily from the talent of young black men and women. They benefit from their speed, their strength, their skill, their charisma, and cultural capital. Y'all, it's going up on right now in Chicago. They put them in short pants, make them jump, make them run, make them shoot, make them do all kind of stuff. So the old white men owners can say, I want this one. I want him in a lottery. I want him to the lottery. I want them to the lottery. I want the draft. The draft. The draft is an auction. They benefit from black families sending sons and daughters into stadiums that were not originally built with them in mind. Gosh, this good. Y'all, I'm listening to myself. Hold up. I need to share the show. I need to share the show. Hold on. Let me share the show. These motherfuckers. Let me, hold on. This too good, man. I got to share it myself. This too good. It's too good. How can I share this? I'm sharing it right there. Y'all, I got to share this. This stuff, I listened to myself. I just had to I just had to listen to myself for real. I said, Robert, did you just say that? Yeah, yeah. I'm listening to myself. Y'all got to be crazy. Then I go back and watch John Lucas at the EYBL. Watch this. Watch what he's telling these young kids.
And then who you fight? A 24-year-old senior. When you get to college, then you're going to be a freshman. I really like sitting on the bench. So you got to get your skill level up because you're going to be fighting a JUCO kid who's going to have 4 years. I'm going to college for 2, right? Right? Then you got a guy who's going to school, going to sit on the bench this year, who's going to learn a lot, eat right. You got to take him on. So if your skill level isn't where it is, and your knowledge and IQ isn't where it is, you start behind. And then who you fight? A 24-year-old.
These kids fighting to go to these universities, getting their skills together at the junior EYBL, to go to be in this. Let me play it again. Y'all, that's kind of ironic. Watch this, y'all. Let me see.
And then who you fight? A 24-year-old senior. When you get to college, then you're going to be a freshman. I really like sitting on the bench. So you got to get your skill level up because you're going to be fighting a JUCO kid who's going to have 4 years. I'm going to college for 2, right? Right? Then you got a guy who's going to school, going to sit on the bench this year, who's going to learn a lot, eat right. You got to take him on. So if your skill level isn't where it is, and your knowledge and IQ isn't where it is, you start behind. And then who you fight? A 24-year-old.
Shout out to John Lucas. He has some of the, but we're talking about two different things. He trying to get them kids ready to go hear what I'm talking about right now and go be used by the system. Oh my goodness. Create a nonprofit organization that support HBCUs to solicit former and present athletes, academics from the greater Houston area to become members to contribute to success. It's just a thought. Good thought. I'll put it up on the board. Me and these fucking freaking organizations, Jay. I mean, somebody got to run it, then somebody gonna want to get paid, then somebody gonna have to administrate, and somebody gonna have to want to be. Then they're gonna suck the life out of this shit, just like they do. Man, I'm trying to figure out, Jay, it's a way right now. Every last one of y'all, if y'all go to TSU athletics, and I don't know the exact web, and look up food at fueling station. And you can give directly to the fueling station right now. And you ain't got to go through all of the nonprofit organizations, all that old kind of shit. Just give. So they don't have to wait on all of this shit. So getting somebody to organize, support HBCU, solicit former players, and solicit. They ass don't even go to the damn games, man. Jay, I've been here for 5 years. Their ass ain't coming to the games, Jay. And that's all around the damn country. So you waiting on former athletes and academics in the greater Houston areas to become members? Shit, they won't even be members of their own damn school. So that thought right there, each one of these schools got a department for them to help. It's not enough, Jay. It's not enough. And not just alumni. Your ass black, you can still, I don't care if you didn't go there, you can still give to HBCU. Let me keep going. Got time. And I'm telling you, they got organizations, they got alumni association, they got everything over there. They don't show up to the game. But let me keep going, because I was talking about the benefit. These universities benefit from black families sending their sons and their daughters into stadiums that were not originally built with them in mind. That's why the SEC boycott conversation, it's different. This is not just about one court ruling. It's about whether the institutions that profit from black talent can remain silent while black political power is weakening in the very states they call home. You follow me? What would happen if elite black talent went to black institutions? Thank God Coach Prime had a son that can play quarterback and a young man like Travis Hunter and his mom's willing to say, okay, forget all them other people. I'm going there. For a brief moment, just a brief one. Hold up. Coach Prime at Jackson State gave the country a glimpse. People got on him about that because he left. He just gave you a glimpse. Travis Hunter went to an HBCU. Shadur Sanders played at an HBCU. Jackson State became must-watch television. ESPN showed up. Corporate America showed up. Recruits paid attention, ladies and gentlemen. If you think I'm just up here just talking, we've always talked about what it would be like if more of the best and the brightest black athletes chose HBCUs, not just as a romantic idea, not just as a nostalgia, but it's a real question about power. Ole Miss may be the most glad. Wait a minute. I ain't want to go there. But it ain't, but he ain't. Most coaches leave jobs. Num Paul Miranda. Ain't nobody told him to stay there. Shit, had the coaches in the damn swag gone. Mo Taylor left, I guess because he live in Dallas. You ain't said shit about that. I get sick of y'all people with this selective Coach Prime left. Yeah, but he did what he did and left another young man in charge, and that man went on and won. But you mentioned it. But then Coach Prime left for Colorado. He supposedly for better. Your ass done left for better. Everybody on here is not in their first job. That was Coach Prime's first college job. Ain't nobody here on this show. Tell me on this show is at their first job ever. It ain't no dangling carrot now, man. Everybody got money, man. It ain't no dangling carrot. That's why I didn't. All that shit you was putting up there, it didn't matter. It had no context to what we was talking about. Talking about a dangling carrot. Everybody got money, not just the SEC. Indiana had money last year. Notre Dame got money. So it ain't the dangling carrot. It ain't a dangling carrot. That old, that old defeated ass attitude. It's not a dangling carrot. The old Confederate souls are using our need for the bag. Everybody don't need no bag. Everybody ain't no buyout. Travis Hunter could have went to Alabama. Come on, y'all. You got to start quickly thinking. Just get to talking them old crazy ass talking points. Thinking about Lane Kiffin, because that's how this started. Because he can't throw stones from Baton Rouge. He was right. That recruiting black athletes to Ole Miss comes with a different set of realities than recruiting them to some players. But Lane, you cannot throw stones at Baton Rouge, son, because LSU exists in the same region, bruh. It plays in the same conference, bruh. It benefits from the same power structure, bruh. It recruits the same black athletes from the many of the same communities, bruh. Like many an SEC coach before him, Kiffin and staff will likely use his crosstown HBCU, Southern University, as another recruiting tool. I didn't agree with it, but I can't tell no grown man. My boy went down there and coached. Damon Stoudemire, I couldn't believe when he told me that shit. I was shocked. He said he got a plan. I would say, okay, you got a plan. But you went to LSU. Come to LSU. Play on the big stage. And then get an HBCU experience on the bluff. It's been that way since they started letting black players wear the uniform. And it's likely to be that way forever. Paul, all these colleges got money. Everybody. Why was I shocked about what? I don't know what I was shocked about. Why were I shocked about what? See, some people just can't read the room. This dude do this shit every time he come on here. Why was I shocked about what, Paul? I done talked for an hour and 47 minutes, Paul Miranda. And you can at least use complete context. Talking about why was I shocked? The hell was I shocked about? I'm shocked about them comments you putting up there. Talking about a dangling carrot. Yeah. Sambo talking points. But Ole Miss, yeah, I was shocked that he went there. Yes, I was shocked. Why was I shocked? Because I know this guy. See, answer the whole question. Why were you shocked that Damon Stoudemire went to LSU? I done been around this dude, man. I really know what this dude stand for. And it ain't got nothing to do with nothing this LSU stand for and SEC stands for. That's why I was shocked. Could have been anybody but him. I know black coaches. Johnny Jones up there. I'm not shocked Johnny went. Damon Stoudemire, I'm shocked. You follow me? Johnny from Louisiana. Damon Stoudemire from Portland. And them white folks in Portland tried to ruin his life and his career in Portland. And the ones in Louisiana is triple time worse than them. That's why I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I know it keeps you relevant. You keep having a job. You're associate head coach. But I was still shocked. But back to this the regular scheduled program. Ole Miss, because I was talking about what I say. I was talking about how they talk about it's been this way. It's been this way. They've been telling, yeah, you can come to LSU, Southern, good. All the you can come down here. And you got Southern across town. You get the HBCU experience, but you still play here. Ole Miss may be the most glaring example. It's not the only one. Lane Kiffin. HBCU people have always understood this. For those of us who support HBCUs, this conversation is not new. I'm sharing it to y'all because some of y'all don't support HBCUs. I do. Wait a minute. We've always talked about, like I said, what it would be like if more of our best and our brightest and uh, black athletes chose HBCU. Then I talked to y'all about what Coach Prime did. But I saw what happened at Jackson State, and it wasn't just about Coach Prime. That Travis and Shador and winning personality. See, some of these coaches so black coach so damn dull and the hard no black. There's just some don't I wouldn't even want to be some of these coaches I don't even want to be around. But this thing with Jackson State, it was not the whole revolution, but it was enough to show that it was possible. It was also show how quickly people get uncomfortable with HBCUs because of more than a symbolic thing. Them folks was mad Deion got Travis Hunter. Nick Saban talked about him, and then, hold up, Deion forgave him, and then been in an Affleck commercial. Maybe that was the thing. Well, let's get in an Affleck commercial with you, and I'm all right. It just shows you how quickly people get uncomfortable when HBCUs become more than just symbolic. See, it's one thing to praise HBCUs during Black History Month, but another for HBCU when they compete for a top tier player. Watch how the fangs come out. That changes the math. And college football is always about the math. MATH. But the conversation still matters. Even if a full boycott never happens, this discussion still matters. If fewer elite Black athletes chose, so I guess they gave the bag that he didn't need, but he did a commercial with it. Let me keep talking. Because some people, y'all, until you put comments on here, if you just don't put comments on here, some people just don't know how much you don't know. Only times people you can find out people what they don't know is when they open their mouth or when they type something on the thing. It's all right to just sit over there and just don't say nothing. If you don't understand this conversation, just sit back and learn and take some damn notes. That bag that he didn't need. I ain't nobody said nobody don't need no bag. What bag did Travis Hunter take? Since everyone takes the bag, I'm gonna give him his few minutes in the song. What bag? No. What bag did Travis Hunter take? Because if he went to Alabama, he would have got the most money. I'll wait. Nick Saban was so damn mad, they must have gave him some $1 million to come down there to little old Jackson State. What bag? I just said everyone takes the bag. You take the bag. Don't say everybody. Just say you are a bag taker. Now, we'll quit putting that stupid shit on the screen. Deion don't need. Already had the bag. Paul. I'm talking about Prime, bro, not Travis. Excuse me. Deion went to Florida State. They turned him down. He went to SMU. They turned him down. No bag. No nothing. Jackson State didn't have the whole lot of money to give him, but he took it. He took it and bet it on himself. Paul Miranda, it's just for you. He took it and bet on himself. Matter of fact, he spent some of his money to help do the locker rooms and the players' area. Of course, posturing himself for his next position, like every coach I know in the world, looking for the next situation. Every coach looking for the next situation, in case you didn't know that. But if fewer elite Black athletes chose SEC schools, where would they go? Would they simply go to the Big Ten, the Big 12, or ACC programs outside the Deep South? Probably many would. But even that, ladies and gentlemen, would create a shift, a talent shift at the top creates movement below it. Some people who might have gone to those other Power Four schools could land somewhere else. Some could find their way to HBCUs. Some could help change the competitive landscape in ways that are hard to predict. But this is bigger than roster movement. This is about leverage. Black athletes, 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. Black athletes have more leverage than they had ever had. They have NIL. They have the transfer portal. They have social media. They have the ability to speak directly to the public without waiting for the coach or the sports information director or a network partner to approve the message. That doesn't mean every athlete wants to be an activist. It does mean they have power. And power is exactly what this voting rights conversation is about. College football cannot hide from Southern politics. The South is not just where SEC football is played. It is where millions of Black people live. It is where Black people, Black families work, vote, worship, raise their kids, and build their lives. It is where HBCUs were created because white institutions would not admit Black students. It is where Black athletes now power many of the most valuable brands in college sports. So when redistricting decisions are viewed by many Black Americans as attempts to neutralize, diminish, and ultimately destroy political oppositions in the South, college football cannot act like it has nothing to do with the story. It absolutely does. The same Black bodies that fill the rosters come from communities affected by these political decisions, man. Families, I'm talking about this, and we got somebody on here talking about Coach Prime and Mick Saban. And I'm telling him something so important, but he's still typing. This why we never win. Because we want to get our point across. I got to get my point across, Hatter. But families cheering on Saturdays may be fighting for representation on Tuesday. Let me repeat that. Families cheering on Saturday may be fighting for representation on Tuesday. The same schools that profit from Black athletic labor exist inside states where Black political power is being contested in real time. Ignoring that is not neutrality. It is called gaslighting. And tomorrow, I'm going to give y'all the uncomfortable truth. It's still the truth. And I'm out of here.